Hello, hi, namaskar, assalamu alaikum. Are you guys looking for some amazing insights from telecom and tower industry? I'm your host Sahil, and today we will unfold some amazing things about evolution of tower monitoring and corrective maintenance with our guest Ramzi Jalan. Imagine it's 2 a.m. in the night. You are sleeping and busy in some sweet dreams, and suddenly you get a call. A critical tower site has gone down, potentially impacting thousands of users. The clock is ticking, tick, tick, and every second counts. Our guest today has faced this situation many number of times. Let's hear from him about how he managed to turn these crises into success stories. Welcome, Mr. Ramzi.
Yes, welcome, Mr. Sahil.
Ramzi, before starting the conversations with you, I would first like to introduce you to our audience. Guys, Ramzi is a seasoned expert in telecom operations. He has years of experience in ensuring that the towers we rely on are always in top shape. He is talented, innovative, incredible, extraordinary, tireless. Oh gosh, my voice might get tired, but I could never run out of adjectives to describe him. So let's welcome the amazing NOC manager, Ramzi Jalan. Okay, Ramzi, so let's start with the early days of tower monitoring. Nowadays technology has evolved so much, but how was it back then when there was not so much technology over there? How was tower monitoring before 10 years or 12 years?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sahil, and thank you for your words. If we go straight to the subject that you are talking about, which is monitoring of the towers, starting 19th, where the monitor was the biggest challenge. If you compare that time with the today time, where the technology reached up to the IoT solutions, where you can monitor and you can interact even with the telecom equipment within the site. If we talk about 19th standard, the towers were built with the basic connectivity, where the alarms and the streaming from the towers itself was transfer and up to OSS using the same site connectivity, which is 2G in that time when the GSM was initiated, where they start growing with the technology and with the speed that being introduced with the 3G and then 4G and then 5G as of today. Tomorrow we are planning for 6G. Where the streaming from the sites being maintained and facilitate the monitoring of the towers, where we can see what's going on in the towers based on the solutions that applied on the towers. We can see using the CCTVs and the solutions that applied to monitor each and every equipment within the sites. And today, with the applied solution in the market, we can see specifically the load in the site itself, the temperature within the site, we can monitor it, as well as we can monitor the fueling on the fuel tank, where we can see what is the potential refueling required in the site without even doing the BMR. Patrolling the sites, as well as in case we have any theft or stealing of the fuel in the site, we can trigger it as of the apply today solution, as well as monitoring the surface itself and the power grid, the backup battery status and load. Serious, it's big change and big elevating in the industry on how we are monitoring the towers.
So Ramzi, as we are seeing that nowadays we are having 5Gs and later on 6Gs will come into picture. So when it, let's say it was 2006 and 2009, when we were not having these much technologies, internet was not that much popular. So was the pressure equal or now it has increased? Was the talk room always like a war room, or that time it was a little, you can say, relaxing for you guys?
So if I will answer your question, it's actually two part. If we are talking about the corrective maintenance, the trigger of the corrective maintenance is the incident reporting. As much as you have visibility, as much as you have incidents to be reported. As simple as that. So once the visibility increasing, so the number of incidents reported will be increasing. But the good things, once the technology is innovating, it's innovating in the reporting part as well as innovating in the predictive part. So if we back to 2006, the fuel was theft, and we don't know about this theft unless the site goes down, because the fuel is empty, it's zero, so the site will go down, so we will act. Today, no, we can see the fuel is going down before having a service interruption. So yes, the load is increased in NOC because we have more visibility, but with the AI and with the technologies we are having today, machine can trigger the actions and send a recommendation to field operation.
Oh, thanks for sharing such beautiful insights, Ramji. One question I want to ask you, though it might not be a good thing to ask, but every person makes some mistakes in his lifetime. So as you are managing such a big role, big thing, corrective maintenance, towers, so there must be some time in your journey where you might have done some silly mistake over there, and that you feel you still remember that mistake, and now we can laugh on it, but that time you were very scared. Okay, what the hell I did? So was anything like that?
See, my experience with NOC, maybe it's more than 10 years now. I start from simple operator in NOC. The big problem with NOC that there is a lot of transactions happening in NOC, a lot of transactions. If we compare today, the transactions happen in field operation, in site level, it's 1 or 2 transactions per site. This is, in whole area that we are covering. But actually, in the site level, it's 2 or 3 activities. But it's failing under NOC. So NOC is maintaining, let's say, 10,000 sites. So all of these transactions within the site will be maintained and monitored by NOC. So NOC is maintaining a lot of transactions. For sure, the error is there. Our role, how we can minimize these errors, we cannot eliminate. We cannot make it zero, because again, it's a lot of transactions. Yes, mistakes are there. If I will recall one mistake, it's happened from one of my team. I remember that it was 2018. Actually, he ran a wrong script within the OSS, and that script runs and hit almost, let's say, 30% of the
Data.
3G network, maybe for 4 or 5 minutes,
Okay.
which was very huge. But the good thing is that we were able to trigger it on time and we recover it within minutes. And there was no impact on the user level, because that was in 3G network where 2G and 4G was covering same areas. So the subscriber themselves, they didn't notice, but the KPI was impacted.
KPI was impacted.
Yes.
Exactly.
So these things, again, these things, if in the same month of that mistake, I have run an audit and I just scan number of scripts that NOC has run on the system. It was more than 2,000 scripts being run. So again, the problem with the NOC that they are maintaining a lot of transactions. So mistake will happen, and mistake within NOC will be spread everywhere, everywhere. This is the sensitivity of NOC.
Absolutely agreed, Ramzi. You know, nowadays world is evolving at a very fast pace. There are new ideas coming in, organizations are working on new technologies. Every day we are seeing that there is a new innovation coming out here. So how do you keep yourself practical in this situation? Because as much as I know you, you are a very practical person and you have a good attention to detail. So all these technologies and ideas which are surrounding us today, so how you manage to involve them in the practical life? How important is practicality for you?
It's very good to be, updated with the market trend, whatever solutions, whatever, innovation today in the market. You have to be aware about it, and you have to educate yourself on this. Otherwise, you will stop, because the trend is running very, 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 very fast. So how you raise a question, how to be, this is what I got from your question, how to be practical with this market trend and the innovation that's happening today. To be honest, it's not easy to balance between those. But the good things that you need to know about the market, and you need also to study how you can utilize what is in the market to serve your business. Again, especially in operation is big machine. Operation is running, it cannot be stopped. Injecting any innovation or any solutions that in the market, it's very risky, and you have to be practical. If you will not be practical, you will impact the business for sure, 100%. You can't do whatever in your lab. Let's say your mind is the lab. You do whatever you want, okay? But once you want to test it, be careful with the biggest machine that running the operation, which will impact the business, will impact the people, will impact, again, the end users, who's your customer.
Ramzi, as we already discussed that you have a lot of people who are working under you, maybe more than 300 people, technicians, supervisors. So there must be some mistakes that sometimes you have to take that leadership charter and you have to speak for their mistakes also. And it must be a very challenging yet very rewarding task also, because obviously you are managing so many things. So obviously that is rewarding also. So how do you manage such a big team?
To be honest, it's not easy to manage the people, easy to manage the machine, easy to manage the tools, the software, whatever. But people's coming from different, cultures, coming from different backgrounds is not easy to manage. But as long as you know exactly what each technician is doing, what each team member is doing in high level, you cannot go in details. Again, it's a lot of transactions. Setting the process, setting the procedure, making it clear, making awareness to each and every technician. Let me just give you an example. Now, once we introduce any new feature, either in the system or even change in the process itself, how we maintain such X activity, sometimes you need to adapt with the new contracts you are signing with either supplier or with your customers. So if there is any new task, you have to be careful. If this task will fail under existing process, this will be okay. But if this task will require to change the process, here is the challenge: how you will deliver this message to all this team members. Always I try to push to have and awareness sessions. First time, second time, third time, fourth time. I'm not with that approach that send and then start punishing the peoples. No, you have to make sure with your leaders how to deliver the message up to each and every level on the organization, to make sure that we are in same shape, we are targeting same goals to be achieved. So it's about the communication, about the awareness of your goal, exactly what you are and where you are going. So it has to be communicated to each and every team members. Believe me, if you will, go with this to enhance the communication and the awareness, you will not have issue to manage even 3,000 people.
I totally agree with you, Ramzi. Communication, being goal oriented and moving in this way, it will definitely help to manage people. Now we will be moving to the next segment of our podcast, which is a small rapid fire round. So I'll be giving you two options and you have to choose one of them very quickly. So first one is early morning site visit or late night troubleshooting.
Early morning site visit.
Strong winds or heavy rains.
Heavy rains.
Preventive maintenance or emergency repair.
Preventive for sure.
Field work or office work.
Office work.
Real time alerts or end of day reports.
Real time for sure.
Dealing with hardware issues or software glitches.
I will give you answer, but later we need to go in details.
Okay.
Software.
Software glitches. Mountainous tower sites or coastal tower sites.
Again?
Mountainous tower sites or coastal tower sites.
Mountain.
Mountainous tower sites. Yes, so you were having something to share regarding software glitches. So why you prefer software glitches?
To be honest, yes, today I spent more than 10 years in telecom industry and towerco industry, but I was graduated as a software engineer. My bachelor degree was in software. I like software. So always I see it easy to play with the software. It's not easy to play with the peoples. Not easy to play even with the hardware. Hardware is it's very hard to deal with hardware. So I like to even talk. Even my interest is with the software. So once you mention about software, you trigger my attention.
I triggered your nerves on that. Okay. Ramji, operations is obviously a 24/7 job. And once you are having your family, then it becomes a very challenging task to manage the work and life both. So how do you manage the work-life balance?
See, yes, operation, again, maybe you see me mentioning that operation is transactions, is thousands of transactions. It's a big machine. It's required to to trigger the attention of each and every member of the team. So how I'm balancing, actually, with having a strong team, highly educated team, so they can take the lead of the operation, especially in the non-working hours. So my involvement usually after working hours, usually it's for big incidents, crisis, which is rarely happening. So once we have an incident or we have a crisis that required my attention in my level, so yes, I face the challenge. How you balance between your family, if you are going outside with your family or something. To be honest, in some cases, even if I'm outside of my home, and we have big crisis where thousands of subscribers impacted, or any that critical services that we are hosting in our towers is impacted, sometimes I just leave my family, I back home or I back office, just to give the right attention and the full attention to the incident itself. But by the way, with the robust system that we are having today, process, procedure, the preventive maintenance that we are doing, the number of such incidents is very rare as of today. So it's manageable. As personally, it's manageable, and even my family, they are adapting. It's not easy, but they are adapting.
They are adapting now.
Yes.
Now they are habitual.
Yes.
Exactly, Ramji. That
And
was
by the way,
very good
family
work.
is a family is the main driver of the success that today I am gaining.
Exactly, Ramji. So you are having some strong work ethics, which I have come to know. Also, as we were discussing that getting updated with the technology and innovation is very much important in today's world. So how do you keep yourself updated with it? So do you read some blogs? Do you read some books or something?
To be honest, I'm not good reader. But again, I graduated as software engineer. The community that I'm meeting in weekly basis, my friends, all they are software engineers. So for me, it's easy. It's kind of just to send a simple message. If I have any query or something, within 5 minutes I get multiple answers, multiple insight, as well as they are working in different industries. I have some people working in banking, some IT and software engineers. In banking, they are working in banking, in petrochemical industry, in government. So for me, this is the beauty of having such a community in software engineering.
True, true. It is often said that you are average of the 4 people you hang out with.
Yes.
So maybe that thing is working with you here.
Yes.
So Ramji, as you can see that there are various new technologies that are coming into picture nowadays, and telecom industry is also evolving very fastly. So can you share any one technology trend or new technology that excites you the most?
See, as of today, now there is no more telecommunication. It's been ICT. So ICT is the host of each and every technology running today, including satellite. So the ICT is the host of all the new technology in the market. And what I can see, all of these technologies and the innovation, it's somehow related to the connectivity. It's depending on the connectivity. If we talk about the connectivity itself, as of today, what I can see, IoT is the most connectivity,
Friendly.
let's say friendly, that used, as well as it's simple idea. It can be implemented each and everywhere, and it can host whatever technology today in the market.
Yes, yes, I totally agree. These things are changing the shape of tower industry nowadays. Also, one thing we hear about a lot is sustainability nowadays. Environment is the topmost priority. We have to save for our future generation. So, what according to you are the things by using which we can make this corrective maintenance sustainable or more future friendly?
It's a big challenge within, especially tower industry, to to adapt with the sustainability approach. But as of today, Tawarco is one of the Tawarco and telecom, companies. One of their main goals and main targets that they are, running toward is the sustainability. As of today, having more visibility to the site, having very robust preventive maintenance will surely participate on reducing the corrective maintenance. If we reduce the corrective maintenance, that means we reduce the traveling to the site. So this will directly impact positively on the sustainability itself. So what we are trying to focus today is to reduce the traveling time of the team to the sites by having robust preventive maintenance, not just to reduce the fault as well as to reduce the traveling to the site. Especially the towers that outside the city where the traveling is consuming a lot of fuel, consuming even the health of the vehicle teams is using, and so on.
Okay, so that now we are entering into the final segment of our podcast today. These were some crazy insights that we heard from you about corrective maintenance. So, are you having any final thoughts or advice for anyone who is interested in tower operations and maintenance?
Tower is the host of all technologies today is running. It's somehow, it's hard industry, but it's challenging industry. If you like the challenge, you can join the game. If you like the challenge, it's not easy to balance between running with the towers and with the operation, how again the machine is running, this big machine is running, and to be updated within the trend. But what I believe, if you run within the operation, you can run everywhere. If you can survive with operation, you can survive everywhere.
So now the final thoughts. If you like the challenge, you will love the game. So with these thoughts, we will like to end our podcast today. Thank you so much, Ramzi, for joining us today. And guys, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for our next episode. Thank you so much. Until then, stay connected.
Thank you, Sahil.